fix my hair. I think if I have rough looking hair, it'll get more views or less views. We'll go with less. So, that look okay? What do you think, guys? I don't have enough hair to start with. Okay, don't tell anybody I said that. I'm back out on my morning walk. It's nice to be out and about. I sit behind a computer too much, it feels like sometimes. Though I've been trying to do less behind the computer. We do run a Shopify store though, so I am behind the computer quite a bit for that. You hear those birds? It is relaxing to be outside, I will say. Well, today's video is about me selling a camper. I bought a camper back when we were renovating our kitchen in our house because we had no kitchen, obviously, and we needed a place to cook. So I bought this camper thinking, oh, maybe I'll turn it into an Airbnb or what have you. Turns out, I don't know, didn't do the Airbnb thing just because it was a drive camper and I didn't want it to like die permanently on my property and have to have a wrecker to move it eventually. So I decided to just turn around and sell it. And it was pretty decent condition camper. So I turned around and sold it, and I made $1,500. Actually more than that, because I still have a tow dolly that came with it that I have to sell separately. But guys, I say all this just to say that you can make money just buying stuff and selling stuff. I made more money selling that camper than I make in most weeks. So you can do the same thing. This is just a reminder. I know I've talked about this in the past, but create a side hustle. You might make XYZ in dollars in your day-to-day job, but you can make a whole lot more on the side. A lot of times you can make more money in your side hustle than you do at your job. So just remember that. You're not always stuck with your job income. You can go out and make more money. And here's a little tip. I like to find stuff in the middle of nowhere. It's not being marketed very well. Help somebody out, buy their object, give them a fair amount of money, but not too much money. Clean it up a bit, and then market it properly and bring it closer to a city. Market it in the city and sell it in the city, because people don't have the ability a lot of times to drive way out into the country to buy stuff. Maybe they don't have a car, or they just don't want to drive that far. Can't say that I blame them. So if you take the time to just drive around looking for stuff for sale out in the middle of nowhere, you'd be surprised. You find more than you think you would, and then you just turn around and sell it. Bring that set item back to, closer to a city, or just market it well. If you live in the country, just market it well, and you'd be surprised. You can turn a pretty decent profit. That's a secret, so don't tell anybody. Okay, that's my secret. That's how I make some money on the side. Look at this sunrise, guys. It's really pretty. Let me show you. Okay. Back to the topic at hand. It's just such a beautiful sunrise. You guys are missing out on it because it looks a lot better in person than it does in the video, unfortunately. Maybe eventually I'll get a better camera. That'll be different. If you hit that subscribe button, I'll get that better camera a lot quicker. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give the channel a huge thumbs up, and smash that bell as well, because nobody gets the notifications anymore unless you hit the bell. Back to the camper. Yeah, so I sold the camper. I made some money on the camper. Plus we had a place to cook for a year. I kept it for a whole year, and we used it for, not a whole year, but we used it for however long it took me to renovate the kitchen. I would like to say it was less than 2 months, but it was actually more than 2 months. Anyways, guys, remember, you don't have to be stuck with your income. You can start a side hustle, start buying stuff and selling stuff. That's the gist of a side hustle. Most of the time is you're buying a thing and you're selling it for hire. Of course, there's other side hustles such as photography, videography, maybe listing people's stuff for them. Maybe you don't have stuff to sell, or you don't feel like going out to find stuff. Find somebody who does and offer to sell it for a commission. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. That's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go out and start yourself a side hustle. Go out and buy something, sell it for more than you paid for it, make some money, and just make sure you're buying stuff right, and you should be good. Whatever you do, start a side hustle. I don't care what it is, just start one. Make it part of your hobby, you know. Remember, only you can make your financial dreams come true. Don't delay. Get started today. Be safe. God bless. I'm out.